push me a button to start. Chrome hearts protecting my heart. I lost all my love from the start. I'm back in my bag until March. These niggas never been as real as me. I hear your favorite rapper envy me when I'm in your city. Yeah, I know you feel me.
Yeah. I go by Rambo. We back in the podcast. Y'all know how it's going down, man. We in the building. What's up? Yeah.
Water all on me like I'm overseas. I splash when I drip, I give away
Wet dreams.
Fiji my water, I'm going through things.
Yeah.
I think that my past on me. Late nights, I've been breaking the sweat. That's why all these diamonds on me. Conversation with my ex chick. I'm living lies, I can't fake shit. And I know that it hurt when I've been so damn wrong.
What do you do when you left it so cold?
Conversations with my conscience, she say I don't get it, but I know I'm numb to this shit. KJ getting older, Kion going fast.
My fears to be like my dad.
Can't get whatever I had in the past. I loved and I lost and it hurt so damn bad. KJ, I love you, that's straight from your dad. You know when I can, I'ma make it a fast. Kion, you know you my heart.
Yeah.
Courts and laws, they just split us apart. I know you need me and I'm trying so hard. What I write on this pad, yeah, this straight from my heart.
What's up, man? We back in the podcast, man. I go by Rambo Fang. We back in the building.
While I'm smoking hookah, name another cooler. Icebox like the cooler, shout out my new jeweler.
We back. Yes, sir. We're back in the building, man. We here for episode 3, man. In this episode, man, we're gonna talk about something a little bit more, something kind of dear to me, man. I would say, something real like, how can I put it, man? For real, for the most part, I just feel like it's something that I think that we all need to kind of, dive into with the fathers of, today, man. I heard that, the fathers of the day are doing a lot better with spending more time with their child and things like that. I think that's pretty dope. Shout that out. But what I will say is this, man. I think that there's a little bit more to it than just spending time. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit more background information on me. Rambo Biznai, man. My dad wasn't there for me, in my life at that time, growing up. And I think this touches really home to me because when you see where we're gonna go with the situation, you'll kind of understand a little bit more where it's coming from. But for me, I think that as a father, or having a father figure was never there for me. My mom was my father figure. She always say she don't get enough credit for it, but yeah, she do, man. Love you to death, Mom. Thank you. My mom had to show me a lot of things that I didn't know much about, or that I should have had a male's perspective or male's opinion upon. And I never got that, honestly. I got basically, learning to be a man and how to be a man. This episode gonna kind of get a little in depth, so I hope y'all ready for a message. But so basically, man, growing up, man, for me was a little tough. I'm gonna be, very transparent. I think with my mom, she had to be the dad and the mom. You know what I'm saying? She had to play the role of the mom and the dad in every aspect. Even the conversation that I know that a lot of women don't like to have. My mom had to talk to me about sex. My mom had to talk to me about STDs. My mom had to talk to me about a lot of things. That now that I think about it, it's like, damn, like, that's a lot. And now I'm an adult, it's a lot to be, in control of that whole situation of being like, oh, I gotta teach this, I gotta make sure this is known, I gotta make sure this is given. And some topics are very uncomfortable as a parent. I'm a parent of 3. So it most definitely is uncomfortable. You don't know sometimes how to even come at certain situations because it'd be like, well, damn, are they ready for this? Are they not ready for this? So, I want to say shout out to Mom. She did the best job that she could as far as, making me a man. I definitely, and my single parents out there, moms, I'm tired of the whole thing of women can't raise men. I'm kind of tired of that too. And I'm going to explain a little bit more why and in depth the reason why I said this is because, number one, my mom raised me, and I think I'm the most manliest man I think anybody could be of today. I don't tolerate a lot of bullshit. I'm very direct. I'm very stern. I speak very clearly, articulate myself very well. I can shine in any job opportunity that is offered to me. I always stand out and be great. In every aspect, I've been nothing but perfect. In every aspect of the game. as we go to Denzel Washington, as he said. I've been very, very, I've turned something that I didn't expect to be a hustle to be something that has took me further than where I thought it could take me as far as hosting, music. That was something that I think that me and my mom didn't really know I had a talent into. I mean, I would have to ask her, but I don't think that she knew how much I love music. She might have, because I used to sleep with the radio on as a kid and things like that. But these are small details of a parent that you have to see, that you have to recognize and notice. I think that these things helped me become a man, and I'm very thankful for my mom of being there for me in every aspect of everything that I had to deal with and grow up with. And now, mind you, my mom had other children, and my dad was the one that, my dad, I'm gonna leave it at that. My dad was the one that wasn't really in the picture at all. And my dad had multiple other kids too, and he wasn't in the picture for a lot of them at all. Majority of them at all. So I'm gonna talk about two different topics on this podcast. Honestly, I think that, and I know this sounds fucked up. I know it's gonna sound really crazy. It is. It's gonna sound really wild to say this, but what I'm gonna say is this: do we think, as a culture, a black community, that the child, the son that does not have the father figure, turns out better than the child that does have the father figure? I really wanna key in on that. I think that that's a very valid point. I see a lot of friends who've had their father figures in their life, and they kind of were just in a space of, I got a few friends, a space of uncertainty. They don't really know exactly what type of man they want to be, and things like that. I'm not gonna say no names on that, but I'm just gonna be clear about it. Me, I knew where I wanted to go, where I wanted to be, and what I wanted to do. I knew since a young age I wanted to have some money in my pocket. Valerie made sure she instilled that in me. I'm not gonna say I couldn't chase the women, but Valerie was not allowing that like that. Like, I see a few of my friends who be like, yeah, man, when I was younger, my mom would let shorties come to the crib. My parents would let shorties come. Val wasn't going for that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Only coochie need to be at her house was hers and shit. These facts, man. Like, she wasn't really going for that. Like, we wasn't having sleepovers and shit like that. And my mom was very private. She's very private. So she don't really like a lot of people in her motherfucking business at that. So we knew we wasn't having no fucking sleepovers and people coming to kick it with us at all. Like, it was a done fucking deal. Now that I think about it, it's kind of crazy. Like, it ain't crazy, but it's just more or less like, damn, like, shit, mom did what she had to do. I think that also, with that statement being said, that I think that I was a little bit more aggressive toward my goals and what I want to have. I see a few of my friends who are very lackadaisical. My mom gave me that gaff. We call it give a fuck. The army people call it give a fuck. She gave me that gaff to get the fuck up. I ain't sleeping in till no motherfucking 11 o'clock. I got a bag to get. Valerie, a woman, instilled these things into me. And y'all call it what you want to. Hustler. A shigger. She nigga. Y'all call it whatever y'all want to, but let me tell you this. I see some of my friends and they can't do what I do. These are facts. They can't move in the rooms that I go in. They can't stand in the crowds that I stand in and stand out. You can't put me in a room and think that I'm gonna look like and act like everybody else in the room. I'm always that oddball out that they can say, who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck? And you could, and that goes with anybody. I could put this down on my social media and they'll tell you, like, I have battle buddies in the army that'll say, this nigga was wild, man. It's a wild nigga, man. Give a fuck. I didn't. I really didn't. Only person I fear was Valerie. Only person to this day I still fear is Valerie. I've never had a fear in my life like that. Just, damn. Only for Valerie. That motherfucker come in, that motherfucker. She come in the room right now. I'm gonna be like, damn, what the fuck I did? I ain't gonna even. I'm grown as fuck now, so you know what I'm saying. So, but that leads me to the point of, I personally feel like the guys and the males that grow up, and I'm only speaking on men. I can't really speak about the women too much. I'll have another episode of this that we can, conversate with the women about this too. But I personally feel like the man that does not grow up with a father, we feel like we got something to prove. We feel like we got something to kind of like, we got a little chip on our shoulder, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? And I think that's really one of the biggest things. Like, you know, if you don't have a chip on your shoulder, what are you living for? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like, what is your goal or purpose? And I think that chip of not having a father figure or a good example made us kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong, that's not all cases, but from what I've seen in my life, the people that I grew up similar to how I grew up are successful. They can get it out the motherfucking mud, and they work hard, even when nobody's keying in and saying, "Oh, they doing their thing, they doing really good." Like, man, we gonna get it regardless, because we didn't have that applause from the back. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back. I think that, you know, we need more fathers in sporting events, sporting situations. I'm a coach now, and I'm blessed to see that my young soccer players and young flag football players have fathers that come in the building, that come to the field. You know what I'm saying? And I love the fact that they let me coach. I love it. I'm thankful for that. But what I will say is, what I'm noticing is the fathers that are not in the household, they fucking suck. I'm just gonna be clear. Be all the way. They fucking suck. Step it up. And I'm not saying this to anybody specifically, but you know, I coach in a predominantly a mixed community, Caucasians, blacks. We have I think an Asian, Mexican family. You know, it's just predominantly, you know, it's mixed. It's a nice area here. And what I've realized is that the black fathers are not there. Like, I talk about this a lot. When you're in a room, be in the room. Know what the fuck going on in every aspect. I could be in a motherfucking trap house. So I could tell you right now, the people about to kick the doors in. The Fed's about to come up in this bitch. Something don't seem right. That junkie a little, that J a little off. You feel me? But then I can also go to a ballroom setting and still be like, you know what? I need to quiet down a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong. My appearance is what it is. I'm loud. You're gonna notice me in a room. 2 fucking tattoos on my head. I'm gonna probably wear some diamonds on my neck and in my teeth. My wrist gonna be blinged out. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna have the most craziest colors on. You're gonna notice me. And I'm gonna go back to that too. With noticing me, it came from my mom. It did. As I got older, you know, my told me, man, put that shit on. Get dressed. Put some clothes on. We were never allowed to sit in the house past 12 o'clock in our fucking pajamas unless it was motherfucking Christmas, a snow day. Barely that, because we gotta go shovel some snow. I had 3 boys. Y'all niggas about to get outside and go shovel some snow. That's another thing I think that we're missing. Like, I don't see a lot of young adults, young men cutting grass. We've gotten so accustomed to allowing a company come and say, hey, we're gonna cut your grass for $70 a week. I got hands and motherfucking feet. Ain't nobody cut my goddamn grass. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ain't nobody cut my grass. This is a wrap. And those are skill sets that you can teach your child at home. These are skill sets you can teach your child, your son. You know what I'm saying? One day he's gonna want to admire to have a home, a house. You know, we gotta have those things. We gotta get those opportunities. Another thing that I noticed is, like I said, when you're in the room, be in the room. I wouldn't give a fuck who my exes of my children are with. I'm the dad. I mean, I just think it's fair. I don't give a fuck. He came out of me, man. Like, I don't care what the circumstances is. Be in the room. I noticed that when I was my oldest, he had a basketball game. The step parent. You gotta remember, you got a lot to learn there, brother. These step parents be tripping these days. A lot of guys understand. It's a way to get there. You gotta understand.
I push me a button to start. Cold hearts protecting my heart. I lost all my love from the start. I'm back in my bag until March. These niggas never been as real as me. I hear your favorite rapper envy.